Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? What's up, I'm Red and welcome back to a new episode of the Ironman Profile. Today we're gonna be doing a bunch of mining as well as gambling 1000 scrap. So I really hope you enjoy and let's just get straight into it though. Ha, I got you. Of course we have to grind attributes first. First of all, I went ahead and grinded 48 Star Sentry shards, which now grants me 10% extra mithril powder. I also went ahead and grinded 48 This shards, which can be spawned from mining amethyst in the crystal hollows, and that now grants me 10% extra gemstone powder as well. Next up, I went ahead and grinded 300 glaciite shards and 420 ghost shards, which I then combined into troglodyte shards and then later on into quartz fang shards, which now increases my mining speed during events by 100%. Next, I grabbed my fishing rod and bought a bunch of wooden bait for some forest essence and started fishing in the quarry for some abyssal lanternfish shards, which now increases the chance to find gold and diamond goblins by 100%. Last but not least, I grinded 120 ghost shards and 120 XYZ shards, which I then combined into fun gloom shards, and it now grants me a 100% chance to get an extra chisel charge in the fossil excavator. And actually that last perk that I just got is gonna come in really useful today, because nearly a year ago now I did a video where I excavated 1000 scrap in the fossil excavator, and today I want to do the exact same. The fossil dye is also currently on 2x, and even though it is so ugly and I would never ever put it anywhere, I still want to try and get it because I think it would be so cool if I could drop every single dye in the game at some point. So yeah, I'm gonna try my luck again and see how it is. If we look at my sack right now, I currently only have 323 scrap, which means that first of all, we are gonna go and do some mining, and I kind of want to do commissions to level up some pets, but I also think it's gonna take way too long to actually spawn mineshaft, so I might just mine mithril and spawn them that way. But yeah, let's get to some shafting first of all. And I actually heavily underestimated how long it would take to get 1000 scrap. So for the last couple of days, I have been doing a bunch of shafts, and I recently just hit 500 scrap, and I only have a couple of hours left of this new year, which is when the dye is on 2x. So I think I'm gonna do 500 right now and then 500 after the dye is gone, because it just takes too long and scrap is like quite hard to get for some reason. So yeah, we're gonna go and excavate it right now and see what we can get. I of course also have the perfect chisel, and it has perfect citrines in it, which highlights the treasure, so I'm guaranteed to get at least 3 treasures per scrap. Of course all the scrap, and then I don't think I need anything else. I don't think there's any pet that I should be using. There's no like equipment or armor set or anything, so I think I am ready to go. Of course we have the profit tracker right there as well, so that we can track what we get. And last time I did this, I actually watched every single animation of the 1000 scrap, and this time around I cannot be bothered doing that, so I'm just gonna go and do it like one by one and skip all the animations. I'm gonna watch some of them maybe, but most of it I'm just gonna skip. And yeah, let's see what we end up with. Ooh, first book. And just like that, I'm already down to the last one of the first 50, and so far it's not terrible. I missed I think around 2 books or 3 that I actually saw, and then God knows how many that I didn't even see because I'm not watching the animation. But so far the profit tracker is at 2.7 mil, and it's actually set to NPC sell price, so this is actually how much I would make if I were to sell everything that I have in my inventory, which I feel like it's not too bad. But then if you look at it, getting 50 scrap would take like several hours, so it is kind of bad as well. It's not exactly great profit at all. I also did manage to get 3 paleontologist books, but I don't need them, so they're just gonna go and rot in my chest somewhere on my island. But anyway, let's get to the next 50 and see if we're slightly more lucky this time around. And just like that, we are on scrap number 100, and oh my, it took 48 scraps I think just then to get a book, so not looking too good for me. I haven't been watching any of the animations, so I could have missed a lot of books this time around, but we will never know, so it is what it is. If you look at the profit tracker, I went up, I think 2 million once again, so it seems to be pretty consistent, but again, I don't really care about this money, or I'm not doing it for the money, I guess. So yeah, let's get back to chiseling away. And right after I said that, one of the best ideas I've had in a while popped into my head. Recently, there was an update released which allows Ironman players to purchase cosmetic items off auction house, and that includes dyes. I immediately started brainstorming as I was clicking away in the excavator, and at last I came up with a brilliant idea. We all know that dyes are extremely rare, and there is a very high possibility that you might never drop one. And you probably also know that I'm a little crazy. Wait, crazy? Anyway, I'm a perfectionist, let's say, and a very passionate player. So collecting all dyes is definitely on my list of things I want to accomplish on this profile, even if it means that I don't necessarily drop all of them. You see, this profit tracker is set to NPC sell price, which means that in 100 scrap I made 5.4 million coins if I were to sell it all. So what if I continued using this method till I had enough to purchase the dye off auction house? I would still have the chance to drop it in the natural way, but I also would have a backup plan in case I failed to drop one. It might not be as satisfying as dropping a dye, but at least I would be making progress in perfecting my collection, and that's a win for me. Let me know what you think about this idea, but for today, that's the plan that I'm gonna stick with. I quickly realized showing the loot every 50 scrap is gonna be very boring for me and also very boring for you guys. So here we are at scrap number 500. Let's go. And yeah, it wasn't anything too crazy. I'll show you in a minute. There we go. So first of all, if we look at the profit tracker, as you can see here, we got over 1 million glaciate powder and 29.4 million coins if I were to sell everything. And if we look at it, this is all the gemstones, all the glaciate, umber, tungsten as well, 3 fossil the fish, and then 1 paleo 5 book and another 4. So we got a couple of books as well. I think it wasn't as good as the first time I did the 1000 scrap. Obviously this is also only 500, but yeah, overall I would say pretty successful. As you can see, the skyblock year is also about to end in 2.5 hours, which means that I won't be able to do any more scrap or like try for the dye during this skyblock year because I can't grind 500 or even 100 scrap in 2.5 hours. I think it's pretty impossible unless like I constantly got warped to some shafts, which I don't normally do. I usually just mine myself, so yeah, it's unrealistic and it's not gonna happen. So I spent the next couple of days grinding mine shafts after mine shafts after mine shafts, opening corpses, trying to grind as much scrap as I could. And let me tell you, this grind has been very exhausting, as you will hear in the next clip where I sound completely dead. I think we are good to go. This is 500 scrap once again. Just like that. It took a very long time to get though, so it better be worth it. Just like that, 1000 scrap. Oh my goodness, this took so long, and we are still missing 12 million coins, which means that I need to get back to mining for some more scrap. And after being awake for probably close to 24 hours and being so exhausted from this grind, I am now standing in front of this excavator with 20 suspicious scrap left. And hopefully that's gonna push me to 70 million, which is what we need for the dye. Right now, if we look at the tracker, I am at 69.3 million coins, and the fossil dye sells for 69.9 million coins, meaning I need to get 600,000 coins from these 20 scraps, which I think is very hard to fail. So let's do this one final time. And there we go, 70 million coins and still 10 scrap left. I'm officially done with this grind, and oh my god, it was one of the hardest grinds I've ever done. No joke, this was so annoying and so exhausting. I am so glad I'm done with it. There we go. I think I'm gonna leave it there because I'm at a nice round number, 1200. I know I still have 3 scraps left, but you know what? We'll save these for some other time. I'm just kidding. There's not gonna be another time. But still, this is it. 70.5 million coins from 1,200 excavated scraps. And here is what 70 million coins worth of loot looks like from the excavator. It doesn't look like a lot, but it took a very long time, so you better appreciate it. I also managed to get 3 Paleo 5 books, a 3 book, a 2 and a 1 as well, so a lot of books, a lot of fossil the fish as well, and a lot of materials that I actually still need because there was a couple new things added to vanguards and stuff, so I still need to go and forge some keys. So what I'm gonna do is actually sell mithril, because mithril is something that I don't actually need and I have 129 million worth of it, so I'm just gonna go and sell that. It's still the same. I still grinded the 70 mil from the excavator. I'm just selling a different item instead, which I think is fair, and of course because I'm Iron Man it will be useful, so yeah. And there we go, with 70 million in my purse, let's make our way to the auction house and let's purchase this dye. There it is, 69.9 million coins, and it now belongs to me. Again, it was definitely not as satisfying as dropping it, but I'm still happy that we're making progress, even though it also looks so ugly. It looks like, you know, someone had a little emergency and had to go in a jar, but yeah, we will add it to our collection and never speak of it ever again. That is now the 4th dye in my collection. Obviously I have the chocolate one, the holly dye, the mango one, which I dropped somewhat recently, and then now the newest edition. I seem to have only ugly dyes, which I don't know what the deal is, but I think we should go for strawberry dye next. What do you think? Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. For me, it was fun, but also very exhausting, so I would really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing, maybe liking, and don't forget to join Discord while you're there. So yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it is, and I will see you in the next one.